Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you know that when I post. But I'm going to be sharing a very personal story time with all of you today. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So today's story time is going to be about how I tried to kill myself, but also I want to share how I overcame it. So I was living in Tallahassee and I became the it girl. That's the word I'll use. I became the it girl. For me growing up, I was the you a black bee, you're ugly. If we turn the lights off, all we will see is your teeth. And then I went through stuff at home, and all of these things just contributed to all of the trauma that I had felt and had bottled up inside of me. So I get into college, you know, it's time to start paying bills. I'm working, I'm going to school, and then I'm still finding myself within this time. So I became overwhelmed. I became overwhelmed with school. I was so worried about being that girl that everybody thought was so pretty and dressed so well and had her makeup to the T that I lacked my things I needed for school. I lacked bills that should have been taken care of. I was young and I was very immature. I'll never forget this day. I can never forget this day. I was at home crying my eyes out because I was just tired. I was tired and I was done. In my head, oh, my bills are due. I don't have the money. I gotta go to school. I didn't feel like going. I was so fake. I was being so fake. I was so caught up in, oh, everybody like me now. Oh, everybody think I'm pretty. Everybody like the way I dress. Everybody. Ooh, people care about me. I was so caught up in that I was being fake. And I was at home and I was just crying because I was just tired. I was just tired. So much was going on and I was just tired. And I just wanted it all to stop and end. And all I could hear was black bee, blackie. You're never gonna be anything. I just heard, you know, people don't understand when you're depressed and you're going through all the negative, all the bad, it comes in like a storm. It's like you know how a tsunami comes and it just floods. That's how like every negative thought, everything you're ever going through, every bad thing in your life, when you're depressed and you're down, that just comes in 10 times worse than anything. So I'm in my room, I'm crying, I'm tired, God, I'm tired. I can't do this. I wrote a whole suicide note and I still have it to this day. I told my family, I'm sorry. I've been mean. I've been evil. I don't want to be here anymore. Your life will be easier without me. I won't be a burden anymore. And I had a bottle of ibuprofen. And at first I was just going back and forth with myself like, Simone, you shouldn't do this. Then something was like, why not? Why not do it? You should have been did this. After everything you've been through, you should have been did this. What are you waiting on? So I'm texting this girl I was friends with, taking the pills, throwing the back, 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 throwing the back. I passed out. I cried so much and I took so many pills. I passed out. And she came to my house banging on the door. At this time I had a roommate. So they opened the door and they came up the stairs. Simone, what's going on? Simone, what's going on? And I'm like, just leave me alone. I want to die. Just leave me alone. I want to die. No, you need to go to the hospital. And I'll never forget. I was just like, just leave me alone. I want to die. Y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't care about me. You don't care about me. And Finally got up, got in the car. We went to the hospital. Immediately getting to the desk to check in before they admitted me to a room, I threw up. All the pills I took, I threw it up. Threw it up. Like, I threw it up. It all came out. And I was mad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was mad. I was like, why is this happening? And then one of the nurses was like, well, you took them. That's what happens. And I'm just like, I'm mad at God. Like, you know I wanted to die. You know I was tired. Why wouldn't you let me? Why did you make me throw this? I was mad. I was livid. Because I was done. I was through. I was tired. I couldn't take anymore. I just couldn't take anymore. So I'm still mad. I wanted to die. I'm still in this feeling, these emotions. And they admit me to a room. My sister, them came to see me, to see, Simone, what's wrong? What happened? What you got going on? And I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to burden them with my problems. I didn't want to feel like a failure. I didn't want to feel like a disappointment. So I said, nothing, I'm good. They're like, Simone, talk to us. I'm like, no. It's my problems. My problems are not y'all problems. I did this. I have to fix everything. I have to handle this. I have to get through this. These are my problems. I'm not talking to y'all. So I get admitted to mental institution, and I had to stay there overnight because their concern was that I was gonna go home and try to do it again. Basically, that's how I was acting, how I was talking. Like, okay, I threw it up. I still don't want to be here. And I was still feeling it until I was sitting in this mental institution, this behavioral center, and other people started coming into the room that I was in, and I was watching them. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. And I was watching these people. I'm a very observant person. So I'm watching these people. I'm just looking at them and paying attention to them. And I'm like, I'm nothing like them. And one of them was talking to me. She was saying, hey, how you doing? And all of this stuff was going on. And I'm just like, I just felt so out of place. But that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be dead. I wanted my life to be over. I was tired. So that's where I got myself. So I'm just looking and I'm just praying and I'm just saying, God, I'm not supposed to be here. I got depressed. I couldn't handle things, but I am not supposed to be here. So I met with a counselor, and she was like, so what happened? What's going on? I was just like, life happened. You know, it was just a bad moment. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was still like, 50% of me was like, okay, I understand this. And then another 50% of me was kind of still like, I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. So she's talking to me, and I'm talking to her, you know, I just had a bad moment, just a bad day. You know, I don't normally do this. And she called my family, and she was like, can I come home? Because she, you know, they wouldn't let me go unless they felt like I was safe to go home. And I was like, yeah, she can come home, just she's good. I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. I didn't learn my lesson that time. I went back at least 2 more times because I thought I overcame it. I thought I was past it. But like I said, it was still parts in me that didn't get it. And I went back 2 more times. It took 3 times for me to get it. And this is me being completely transparent. I went to that same place 3 times, but God kept allowing me to get out. So on the last time, my sister them didn't come and get me. I had to call somebody else. I had to call someone else that was like, maybe Simone, you do need to stand there for a little bit, because We thought you learned it the first time, and clearly you're not getting it. Maybe you need to stay there. And I'm like, no, I don't want to stay here. Please come and get me, please. I learned my lesson, please. So I called someone else to come get me, and I got out. And after that last time, that was the last time they saw me. Because in that moment, I kept going back, because I was like, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm not supposed to be here either. Like, why am I here? Why, God? Why am I here? I don't want to be here. My life hasn't been easy. Why? Why am I here? And once that final time came, he was like, this is where you want to be. I'm not going to let you die. It became clear. I'm not going to let you die. Until you get it, you're going to keep coming here. And at that moment, that's when I overcame that feeling. That's when those suicidal thoughts, that's when I overcame it. Because even though I didn't want to be in the world, I didn't want to be there either. Because the problems that I thought I was dealing with, and I thought that were so bad, weren't as bad as the people who really needed to be there, because of the things that they went through that truly consumed them. I shared this story because my brand is about me sharing my life story and helping others. And in me starting Simone Talks and talking about me being raped, me being talked about for being black, me being overlooked, me feeling like this, me feeling like that, it created relief and release, because so many people went through what I went through, but they were afraid to talk about it as well. And now that I'm talking about it, we're all healing, we're all relating, we're all overcoming. So I've become a very big mental health advocate. And the only way I truly overcame those feelings was through going through the full extent of being mentally ill. That's the only way I was able to get, Simone, life is not easy. Things are going to happen. You're going to have trials and tribulations. But it's nothing that God cannot bring you through. Like, that was my moment. That was the moment when I finally realized, okay, I need to get a therapist. I need to be more open about my feelings. If I don't want to talk to somebody, I need to write it down. I need to change. Something has to change, because I don't want to go back there, because the next time I go back there, I know I'm going to be stuck there, because 3 strikes, you're out. That's how I was looking at it. And it wasn't even just that. It was just like, okay, God, you're keeping me here for a reason. What is this reason? You allow, and the crazy part is everything that happened that was stressing me out, God took care of it. The moment I said, okay, God, I want to overcome this, let your will be done, he took care of everything. Like everything that went wrong, he let me out of it like instantly. So in that moment, I was like, okay, I can transition and move on for this. And it's not easy. I'm not going to say, oh, it's so easy to overcome depression. It's so easy to overcome suicidal thoughts. It's not easy. That's the honest to God truth. It's not easy, but it's possible. You just have to be willing to be open to talk about what you're going through, to be open to find a different outlet to deal with those emotions. Y'all, excuse me, I be getting teary-eyed. I have to catch myself. To deal with those emotions, to overcome those things, because these are gonna happen in life. Life is not easy. If it's anything I learned, life is not easy, and it will not be easy. But everything that happens, you're gonna get through. God is gonna bring you through it. And I'm truly, now I can say I'm truly grateful that although I wanted to kill myself all of those 3 times, he didn't allow me to die, because I found my purpose. If I would have died, I wouldn't have been able to share my testimony and to share my story with others, to help others, to let people know, hey, you're not crazy. You're not this. You're not a bad person just because you suffer with depression and suicidal thoughts. That doesn't make you less of anything. You're human. You have emotions. You deal with emotions. I've learned to deal with my emotions and not let them deal with me. So I have my down days to deal with stuff. I have my down days where I'll give myself a day, a couple hours, 2 days. I'll say, okay, Simone, this is your pity party. Deal with your emotions, get through them, cry, scream, write, whatever you have to do it. And then at the end of it, leave it in God's hand, and it's time to get back to work. That's what I do. I allow myself to feel my emotions, because I bottled my emotions up for so long that they almost killed me. And I want to say to you, if you're suffering with depression, if you ever had suicidal thoughts, if you're feeling them now, talk to somebody. You could talk to me. I have friends that call me. They don't even say, Simone, hey, how you doing? You know what they said? They start talking about them. But someone asked me, they was like, Simone, do you know what your name means? And I was like, no. It means she who hears, God has heard. So people come to me because that's what my name means. I'm a listener. I used to be like, oh, what are your problems? But I would rather hear people talk about their problems than to go to their funeral knowing that I could have done something. I could have been a listening ear. I could have just been a friend. Especially after going through it, there's no reason why I can't listen to somebody. I can't be there for somebody. Especially knowing what they're feeling and what they're going through, there's no reason why I should be saying no. I can set boundaries, but if someone is coming to me saying, Simone, I'm not okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I can listen. I can pray with them. I can talk to them. I can continue to pray for them, because people don't understand. You don't instantly just get over depression or suicidal thoughts. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. It takes, like I said, it takes talking about your feelings. It takes being open and vulnerable and completely transparent about what you're feeling and what you're going through. It takes letting go of doubt, fear, judgment. It takes so much. Like, you literally have to die of yourself to die of those feelings and those emotions. You have to die of yourself, of those things within you, to overcome you wanting to die yourself. And that's the truth for me. Once I started my brand, I was writing my blogs, I started doing my podcast. It became a healing process because I didn't want to talk about it. I was ashamed. I was scared. I felt like everything was my fault. Me being raped, oh, I should have known better. I should have known better. That was my fault. It was not my fault. I can't control him. I can't control what he did to me. I can't control how people treated me and talk to me. I can't control those things. I felt like it was all my fault. It was all my fault. It was my fault. I said something. I did something. I knew better. Why didn't I do better? Why? Why did I allow those things to happen to myself? I thought I didn't love myself, which at times I didn't. But that comes with growth. And I'm sharing my testimony and my story with whoever is watching this, whoever sees this, because you can overcome this, because I overcame it. I still have my moments where I get down, but I don't stay down. and the suicidal thoughts don't come. I can say that. I had a moment. I'm not gonna lie, I had a moment, but it was like, Simone, this is not you. I just had to let go. Like, and that's one of the hard things for us, is to look at our life around us and the things that contributes to what we're feeling. That's a key to it as well. The people around you, the situations around you, that's the key to the feelings as well. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm fidgeting with my nail. I just want to say that to anyone who has battled with depression, battled with suicide thoughts, even if you're battling with it now, you are strong. You are courageous. You are powerful. Your past does not define you. Your pain does not define you. What someone else did to you does not define you. It is not your fault. 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 Whew. It is not your fault. But you have to be open to talking about your feelings, talking about what you're going through. You just need one person. I had one person. I could go to her, hey, it's not a good day for me. X, Y, and Z is going on, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and she understood that. So get one person. One person. And if you want to talk to me, my social medias, my email is out there. I know some mental health counselors. I could get you connected to people. But it starts with you. 2, it starts with being okay with not being okay. It starts with talking about it and being open. You have to be real with yourself. If you can't pull yourself through it, get help. And there's nothing wrong with talking to someone. There's nothing wrong with getting help when it comes to your mental health, because once your mind is gone, everything else follows. Everything else follows. Your mind is the powerhouse to your body. And if that is not right, nothing else will be. And I just want to thank God, because He covered me. When I stumbled, when I cried, when it felt like I wanted to die, when my friends turned and they walked away, He covered me. He continues to cover me, even if I don't deserve it, even if I don't feel worthy of it. He continues to cover me, and I continue to go to Him. I continue to pray. I continue to talk to Him. I continue to read His word. I confide in people. It's hard for me to trust people, but I had to realize when I'm feeling something, when I'm going through something, and when someone has done something to me, I have to talk about it and get it off my chest, or it's going to kill me. So be open. Talk. I know it's not easy, but it will save your life. All you have to say is, I'm not okay. That's all you have to say is, I'm not okay. And even if you don't want to talk about it, you could just have somebody sit with you in silence. And that can be enough. So I just want to say that, 1, take care of your mental health, to take care of you first. And to all of my overcomers, we are powerful. We are strong. And we have purpose that is going to change the world. No matter what life throws at you, always remember, if you made it through everything else, what makes you think you can't make it through what else is going to come? What makes you think you won't make it through what else is going to come? And I have to remind myself, same God right now, same God back then. So my coping mechanisms now how I deal with my feelings and my emotions, and this may help somebody. I talk about it. I talk about what goes on. I tell people how I feel in a calm and respectful manner, and I write. My biggest outlet is writing. In my podcast, I'll talk about it in my podcast. I'll talk about it in my blog, or if it's something really personal that I don't want to share, I'll talk about it in my diary, in my journal. And I'll talk to others, and I'll pray. Sometimes we need other people to help us, bring us through. So it's okay to get help. But yeah, that's my story time on when I tried to kill myself. I did not learn my lesson, and I tried 2 more times, and then the 3rd time I gave it over to God, and I went to seek help. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below, connect with me, talk to me. Let me know. I'm an open book. I'm transparent. This is one of the most liberating videos I've ever done. Wasn't easy, but it was time. It's time to talk about it, especially with the pandemic going on and the rate that mental health is changing. It's time to talk about these things. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share my channel. And you know my outro, be confident, be glamorous, stay beautiful or handsome, and take care of your mental health before it takes care of you.